Axe is all the reinforcement this army needs!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Esports Money's ESM Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and welcome to my guide to jungling Axe, or the way that I jungle Axe. You're going to go ahead and grab an Iron Talon and Tangos to begin with. When you're jungling Axe, you should consider your enemy's lanes. I'm going to cut this down so that I have an open choke there. Jungling Axe is kind of a funny decision because Axe is a pretty efficient jungler. He's quite good at it. However, he's also a lane dominator hero. Like, he just wins lanes, sometimes just by himself. So you should consider sending him to lane because of the fact that he's so good in lane. That being said, he is an excellent jungler. So you're going to start with the Iron Talon Tangos, then you're going to get the Stout Shield, and then next you're going to ship out a single salve when you get the Stout Shield, and you're going to need to get at least one bounty rune during the process, preferably the first bounty rune, and then you're going to need to burn one shrine charge. So that's your team's just going to have to pay that bill, but you can always call your mid over when you use that shrine. So I'm going to wait until we get right at 30 seconds. I'm going to eat this tree, use it as my choke. Go in, talon this guy up, even though he's ranged. He's ranged, so it doesn't matter. So these guys actually do the most damage because you can't choke point them, and they are ranged. But they're also the only creep camp left that will give you level 2 just from the start. They're also really only trying to choke point that very first camp, just because of the fact that you benefit heavily from being attacked by multiple targets at once. Alright, so I've used 2 Tangos. And I'm going to run over to me. Oh, my courier is late because he went to the other lane. So that's a bit of an inconvenience. I'm going to go ahead and Iron Talon. You're going to want to max your counter helix by level 7 no matter what. I'm taking so much damage because I don't have my Stout Shield yet. But you're going to want to go ahead and max your passive by level 7, and you're going to want at least 1 or 2 points in Berserker's Call. Personally, I would max Berserker's Call because you got some serious diminishing returns on your on the value of getting the Battle Hunger late. So that was a little bit inefficient because I paused there, but it's fine. Now I've burned up all my regen. Again, we're going to be going to the fountain to heal up soon. This is a camp that I almost always want to use my armor upgrade on. And I typically will, instead of trying to kill all of the wolves, especially at low levels, I won't try to kill all the wolves via a single counter helix at the end for efficiency. I'll just focus down the big wolf because he gives a damage aura buff. And because they're pretty squishy and because they do lots of damage, that's why I always use Berserker's Call. So our next item is going to be Tranquil Boots.
Here comes the axe.
And spin to win. Alright, so we have 7 seconds left. We might be able to kill this camp. I'm going to go ahead and attempt this camp, because then I would have cleared this entire side of the jungle by the time the minute happens. And I'm going to focus down this guy, because of the fact that he gives an armor buff, though it's not that important because the counter helix is pure damage, as you can see. So creeps are about to spawn, because we're about to be at an odd minute, so 3 minutes, creeps are spawning again. I am going to go over here and burn up the shrine now, because I'm very, very low in both health and mana. The goal of this build is, by 10 minutes, to have Iron Talon, Stout Shield, Blink Dagger, and Windlace. And Tranquil Boots.
Axe is promoted. Soldier of fortune.
Kind of glad that that didn't trigger because now I don't have to wait on the cooldown. Alright, now I'm going to focus down these guys one at a time instead of trying to kill them with a single counter helix because of the fact that these guys do 9 damage. My Stout Shield blocks 16, so they're actually doing more damage to the other creeps in the camp than they are to me. I'm going to go ahead and have my Tranquil Boots shipped out to me, but I'm pretty high right now, so or pretty high on health right now, so I'm not going to bother with like trying to toggle at the moment. One thing I want to point out about Tranquil Boots is that if you take them out of your... I'm going to pause for this so I can think. If you take your Tranquil Boots out of your item slot and put it into your backpack, it will pause wherever the cooldown is. So if you have 10 seconds left in it, it'll stay at 10 seconds. If you have no cooldown on it, it'll stay there the whole time you're fighting. Also, you have 6 seconds from when you move an item from your backpack to your item slot until it takes effect. During those 6 seconds, it cannot trigger the cooldown. So that means when you're fighting a camp, you want to pull the Tranquil Boots out and time it so that you put it in your inventory exactly 6 seconds before you kill the camp. This can be challenging, so be conservative with it. It's better to wait. It's better to have 3 or 4 seconds where you don't have the boots giving you a buff than for you to get hit and not have it for 13.
Axe goes.
I'm not going to use my Quelling Blade I'm not going to use my Iron Talon ability just yet because of the fact that I'm going to try to kill that hard camp in a second. And I'm going to have to kill this hard camp very, very quickly because we only have 15 seconds till creep spawn. I'm going to move this here because I think I will have killed it in 6 seconds. And I had. I'm going to walk over to the other side of the jungle just so I have something to do while I regen up a bit. Now you can start being conservative with mana because your jungle is a little bit safer because of the fact that you're tankier and you do more damage, so you heal things faster. And I'm going to go ahead and queue up my Blink Dagger, which is really the only thing I have left to buy in this guide. And by this point in the game, I will consider killing one of the units in the camp that's not the big troll first, just to summon the skeletons. However, I don't do that in the early game, just because of the fact that in the early game, they will mess you up. They do 33 damage. They actually do more. They do like 33% more damage to you than the little centaur does. I'm gonna move these back to my inventory because I'll almost certainly have killed these guys before it can trigger. And I'm gonna run over here. Because again, essentially I have time to kill.
To the enemy.
So we have Big Satyr here and wolves here. I'm gonna wait till I have. That's fine.
Cut and run.
And level 6. So my money's not great this run, but my experience is quite good. If you're wondering why I'm attacking the little one, it's because I would like to use my Iron Talon on the big guy. Even though it's not going to do that much, I'd still like to use it on him because he's pretty hard, 52 damage. My tranks were very late there, but if I had not put them in my stash, it would have been worse because I'd still be waiting 13 seconds. So you have to time it. You have to remember to do it. It's a bit tedious, but it's worth it.
Axe runs.
You regenerate so fast with these boots. Okay, so these are...
Axe charges.
And again, I have Tranquil Boots, so I move pretty quick. I can actually kite these guys back after using Talon on them. And the whole time I'm still healing. And I stacked. Go ahead and move my boots over. Die. Oh, that was so close. Perfect.
Missing bottom.
That was a pretty quick wipe. Again, Axe is pretty good at wipe and stack camps just because he's freaking Axe. I'm level 7 already. It's 7 minutes and I'm level 7, so my levels are quite good. The money's just not as good as I would like.
To the enemy.
This guy's gonna do a lot of damage because they're the wolves. Camps just suck to fight against. Kind of late on my boots moving back to my inventory, I think, but should be fine. Yeah, I had to wait like a second and a half, 2 seconds there, so.
Cut and run.
About to be at 8 minutes, so we don't have any camps spawning. This gives me 1 minute to clear these 2 camps and to chill around for a minute just to heal up, so it's nice.
Forward.
And that looks good.
Taste my blade.
Perfect. Not even gonna bother to put these on because I'm pretty sure that damage might piss off my Tranquils. Now we're level 8. Should have actually equipped the Tranks way earlier there. Just because of the fact that the frequency at which Counter Helix can proc increases as it gets leveled up, you kind of lose perspective on how long it takes you to kill camps. So I'm going to go over here, and I'm definitely not going to be able to stack.
Axe charges.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to be able to stack. But I can just walk in and kill the camp. It's nice. And I'm at full health again. This is a pretty safe way to jungle. You can also just drop your boots next to you while you do this, but if you do that, then people can just come by and kill them or steal them. It's actually worse if they steal them than if they kill them, because of the fact that it's factored into the net worth when the game calculates how much gold you give when you die.
To the enemy.
And again, I forgot the Tranquils, but you guys get the idea. We're pretty close to the Blink Dagger now. If I'd remembered to move my Tranquils over, I definitely would have. I definitely would be getting this Blink Dagger by 10 minutes. Still not going to be too bad, but
A slice of the action.
And now I'm just going to try to kill them with the Counter Helix procs, because of the fact that the Counter Helix procs so quickly, and I'm not as worried about taking damage. So it's 10 minutes, and I have the Blink, but I really want to get that Windlace too. But I'm going to go ahead and end my guide here, just because you guys have seen enough. You know to jungle another 100 gold to get the Windlace, and again, that's optional. One thing I will say about this guide is that you should consider leaving the jungle at any point that your lanes need help. I'm level 9, it's 10 minutes in, and I have Windlace, Blink Dagger, Tranquil Boots, Stout Shield, Iron Talon. So I have a decent amount of farm, and again, these are really, really easy bots, and their farm's going to be bad. But the mid should have like close to the same experience in lane here as it will in an actual game. So these guys are level 9, these guys level 5, level 5, level 5, level 5. So you can get pretty darn farm pretty darn fast in the jungle. It's actually the problem is you're not helping out the lanes, so think of your lanes and go help them out. Where applicable, your mileage may vary. So thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Esports Money's ESM Mac 10, whatever you want to call me, and I hope you find this guide useful. Peace.